All right. We are live. Well, hello again, all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. John and Ellie of Georgia Beer Views back at you today with another edition of Stout Sunday. And joining me this morning, again, we have Brian over there at Thrash Metal Homebrew and Barbecue out of Colorado. We've got Jeremy Vinson from Arkansas. We've got Robert, the Whiskey Scout. We've got Ron Ontario of Louisiana Beer Views, and yours truly. We might be joined by some others here shortly, but thanks for joining me, guys, as always.
Cheers.
So we'll go left to right here on my screen. That is you, Brian. What you got this morning?
All right, this morning I got from Pikes Peak Brewing Company out of Monument, Colorado, the Summit House Oatmeal Stout. And this guy comes in at a 6.9%, and it looks to be a very malt and chocolate forward beer. So we'll go ahead and crack into this.
Awesome.
It's got 44 IBUs on it. I got the notes up next to me. Pilgrim hops, Thuggle hops, ale yeast. As you can see, the head just stands on its own.
Oh,
wow.
It's real thick. But yeah, it's a nice.
Good deal.
I guess they used 5 pounds of oatmeal per barrel when they make this guy, so it's oatmeal forward. So pretty cool.
All right,
that's good.
Yeah, it's really malt forward. You can smell the chocolate on it.
That's cool.
We'll see how this the head stands, so we'll just let it set.
Yes.
All right. Jeremy, what you drinking this morning?
I picked this up. I need to drink it because it's probably gonna go bad if I don't. I got the raspberry milk stout from Left Hand Brewing Company. It's a seasonal brew. It's got 5.7, a measly 5.7 as Michael would say. 23 IBUs. It's a stout. Use a bunch of different malts, magnesium, U.S. golden hops, lactose, and raspberry. And I may should try this one. I don't know if it has a date, guys, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
So far, it's really good. Colorado beers.
Good stuff. That's one in Thrash's neck of the woods.
Yep.
Longmont, Colorado, right? All right. So Robert the Whiskey Scout.
I was in Texas last Sunday when you guys did this, so I picked up from Marble Brewing. Let me read this real quick. It's just called Marble. It's a Cholo Stout. And it says on the back, literally, "Yo, this stout is all sick, Holmes. It rides low and slow with a dark blend of roasted malts, bounces high with a pop of bright Pacific Northwest hops, and it's brewed fresh at Marble Brewery, 111 Marble Avenue, Albuquerque, New Mexico." And it does say it's a 2017 GABF Gold Winner American Style Stout. So I don't know if that means anything or not.
Means
so.
All right. Great. Yeah. Great American Beer Festival gold medal winner. That's, yeah, pretty impressive.
Well, they used to have a Big Ben Brewing up in Alpine. I went by there, and I'd had some Terralingual beer a few years ago, and that wasn't too good, according to my palate anyway. So this was all that was available local, so I thought I'd bring it back and show you guys. And you can smell the hops rolling off of that baby.
All right.
So anyway,
sounds like that one's going to be good.
Yeah, cheers.
All right. So Ron, what stout are you drinking this morning? I think I might have an idea if it's what you posted the other day.
Take a guess.
Is it the KBS?
Little rat. Yeah.
All right.
Kentucky Breakfast Stout from Founders. Well,
I feel so
Awesome.
silly. It's 12.2% alcohol, 70 international bitterness units. It's from Michigan, and it says bottled on March 6, 2019. It's got the date, guys.
That's right.
It's barrel aged, and I think Heaven Hill bourbon barrels. I feel silly though, because I did a solo review of it, recorded video out on the porch. Here it is. You don't get much foam on these kind of beers. You get a little thin beige foam and the dark brown, nearly black appearance. But I was saying, I was like, man, you are dumb, because I'm saying this to myself, because I'm doing the video and I'm like, man, there's a lot of chocolate and coffee in this beer. And then I said to myself, and I say on the video, I wonder why they call it a flavored stout, though. It's just aged in bourbon barrels. That wouldn't mean it's flavored. And then I look at the bottle, it says flavored with coffee and chocolate. I'm like, duh, dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't got my hands on that one yet, but
It was $5.99 a bottle, so kind of pricey.
I think it'll be worth it. That's a good world class from what I remember. They just got the 4-packs in at my Kroger for I think $22.99 for a 4-pack. So
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick it up next week.
$21.99 in this town.
All right. Well, excited to hear about that one. That leaves me. I've got one from Lidl's in Thomasville, North Carolina. This is their kind of like their store brand. It was $4.49, I think, for the 22-ounce bomber. This is the Craft Explorers Imperial Stout. It is 10% alcohol by volume, and it says brewed and bottled by the Artisans Craft Brewing Company, Vint Hill, Virginia. And I got home late last night, and I don't know, I didn't really do too much research on this, but this is a store brand, so it's probably owned by one of the bigger breweries, and they have, they contract brew it for Lidl's. But anyway, excited to try it. I mean, you can't beat that price. Less than $5 for a 22-ounce bomber of a 10% Imperial Stout. That's a heck of a deal.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm going to crack this bad boy open, give it a pour, and we will go back to thrash metal and see how that stout is.
Well, it looks like it dissipated a bit. It's got a little bit of a head, but yeah, it's got a little bit of legs on here, a little bit of lacing as well. Got a lot of biscuit notes on this thing, some toast, a lot of chocolate. I even a little bit of spice in here I can smell as well, which isn't bad. Some toffee rolling off the top. It's really mild. A little bit of IBU in there that you can get up from the hops. It's not overwhelming with the hops itself. So it's pretty semi-sweet. The malt flavor really lingers on the tongue. As it goes down, it's pretty it's really smooth, actually, really smooth. It being a 6.9%, it's not, you can't taste the heat at all in it. Silky, very creamy, and pretty robust for what it is. So cheers, guys.
All right. Cheers. Sounds
cheers.
Good. We'll let you keep sipping on that and come back to you shortly. Real quick before we go to Jeremy, we'll check in on the comments here. We've got Flacco tuning in, says, "What's up? What's going on, Flacco?" You can join us if you want to, man. The link is on the IBRG chat. Terry's Quick Beer Reviews is tuning in. Says, "Hello, guys. Good morning to you, Terry. Thanks for stopping by. Victor Wang is watching. He says, cheers, Anelli. I enjoyed the vids with the legend William Kepley. Where is Mikey Kormaroff? Well, Michael might be joining us here shortly, but I think he's definitely watching, but he's got some stuff going on. Anyway, thanks for watching, Victor. Let's see. Flacco says Cholo Stout. Now, that's a stout I need to try, S.A. All right. Yeah, you sure do, Flacco. Alex the Beer Master says, good morning. Good morning, Alex. Robert Collins is in the chat, says, cheers, guys. Cheers, Robert. Thanks for tuning in. And Jean-Pierre says, hey, guys, having an omelet and red wine. All right. Interesting combo.
Yeah.
All right. Well, when you get done with that omelet and glass of wine, if you want to join us, John, you know where to find us. All right. Well, thanks, everybody, for watching. Now we will go to Jeremy.
Okay. Left Hand Brewing. Here's the description on it. Stout with raspberries added. Roasted coffee notes combined with raspberries and chocolate malt for creamy decadence. 5.7%, 23 IBUs, and you can look at all the ingredients at the bottom there. I just thought I'd show that before I review it again.
Yeah, I like how they put the ingredients on the label like that. That's nice.
Yeah, we'll talk about the date. Hopefully they have the date too. So, but I'm getting a really dark brownish. It's not quite just totally dark. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, you can see it. It's not so bad.
No, and then you got a lot of really good lacing on this one too when you swirl it. But like I said, the head dissipated really quick, really fast after I poured it. Even aggressive pour. Let's get a nose on this one. Okay, I'm getting a lot of raspberry right off the bat on this one. So they weren't joking about the raspberry. Getting a lot of coffee flavor too, chocolate, roasted malts. That's pretty much all it is in this one. And let's go get a taste on this one. Very well done. Raspberry is definitely in there, and it doesn't taste like a fake raspberry, you know, additives or whatever. You're still getting that milk, chocolatey, coffee flavor of a stout of this type. Overall, very well done. I'm impressed.
All right. Yeah, I love stouts with fruit flavors, you know, like blueberry, raspberry. I just think that the fruit complements the dark, roasty flavors that you get from stouts. So that sounds right up my alley, Jeremy.
It's so far very good. I'm anxious to see how it does after it warms up because, you know, there's a lot of these stouts, especially this style, when it warms up, it seems like you even get a better experience with them. So,
right. All right, and I might be able to get that one because Left Hand Brewing Company is popular out here in Georgia. So I'd be interested to see if I can find that. All right, well, we'll come back to you shortly. We'll go to Robert the Whiskey Scout next.
I'm writing that down. Left Hand Brewing Company. I like raspberry and I like apricot with my beers. So
yeah, it's a seasonal beer, so I don't know how much longer you can get it. But I'm sure when I get to the date here in a second, you can probably tell if they're still, you know, in distribution or not. So I don't know.
Well, mine, I don't know the amount of IBUs. It doesn't say on the can. It is 6.9% though. The head's kind of fallen. And there's some good lacing left over though. You can definitely see that. To me, it's very floral. The hops brings on a very floral note to it. It's slightly bitter, but it's balanced as well with that maltiness. There's a background sweetness to it that's really it. After the drink and after it lingers on the back of your tongue, it really balances very well. I think that the lack of more alcohol though would help it taste probably a little bit more bold, if that makes any sense. So, and it's like I said, it's that sweetness that. It's kind of that malty sweetness that really it's pretty well balanced. I like it a lot. It's been a good, I bought a 6-pack, so this is my second can. So
Okay.
Sounds like a good one.
It is. It was surprising because the Terralingual beer I had about 4 years ago, it definitely left an impression on me. Terralingual Gold was not too good.
Oh, really?
I drank the whole 6-pack in one night just so I didn't have to look at it again, and that was a mistake too.
At least you didn't blow it up against the fence or nothing, right?
They're out of business for a reason, I think.
Oh, okay.
Good morning, Michael.
All right. So
Good morning.
I'd like to welcome Michael Kormaroff. I don't know if you were watching from the beginning, but we've got some pretty good stouts this morning. Real quick before we go, Ron, what do you want to show us what you're drinking?
I'm just observing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, come on now.
John knows the secret, and we'll discuss it later.
All right. Okay, well, we'll go to Ron Terrio with his beer.
It's no secret the way I feel about you. It's no secret. All right. That I love you.
Ooh, he's got it.
Oh, yeah.
This is the KBS. It's 12.2% alcohol. Like I said, it's 70 IBUs. And I think most of the international bitterness units are coming from the dark roasted. You get that with coffee, like an acrid thing, more than the hop action. But I was remarking in my solo video that I shot on the back porch, it doesn't taste burnt. It's dark roasted, but it's not burnt. And a lot of these brewers cannot pull that off. They can do dark, 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 and then you say, well, I could just go eat some charcoal briquettes because it's like a charcoal flavor, a carbon, like you're eating or drinking carbon, which to me is not particularly appealing. Now this one, you're getting a strong chocolate nose, not so much coffee, maybe some, I would say milk chocolate, creamy chocolate. All right. Flavor, ready for flavor?
Absolutely.
All right. There's a little vanilla. I guess that's coming from the bourbon barrels, the Heaven Hill bourbon. The chocolate, the very dark, nearly but not burnt barley malt. The cream, the coffee. The body is low, heavy to high, high, medium to low, heavy, somewhere in between medium and heavy, but it's up there. But I wouldn't call it thick body. The finish is sweet. It's a sweet beer. It's a dessert beer. They don't give the ingredients on their website. They just say an ale, a stout porter ale. Okay, it's a stout porter ale brewed with coffee and chocolate, aged in bourbon barrels. Final thing about this before I give a score later. Okay, it's $5.99 a bottle. I've had it back to 2014, and they were all in the 98, 99 out of 100 area, meaning outstanding, but not quite world class. There's something about this that doesn't get it to world class, and I was saying in the solo video, I don't know quite what it is. I can't put my finger on it, but it's lacking something. But we're still talking about outstanding. I mean, when you're talking about 99, 98, 99 out of 100, there's not a whole lot of room for complaint, okay?
Right.
Now, here's one more caveat or consideration. Okay, I've had it back to 2014. It's remarkable. It's good. It's wonderful. It's flavorful. It has character. I don't know about remarkable, but I've noticed over the years, it doesn't really differentiate year to year. So like I watch videos where people are saying, I'm comparing a 2017 to a 2018, and they'll talk about it for 20 minutes. Oh, yeah. And I'm thinking, well, what they're describing is really marginal. It's a marginal difference, not a great difference. So I don't know if I'll be buying this in the future because I can run out and pay $5, $6 plus tax. And am I really getting something different year to year? I'm not, which is probably something a check mark in the positives toward the company, that they're consistent. They know what they're doing. It's not a flim flam. It doesn't vary too much. On the other hand, if you've seen Cannonball run 8 times, you really don't need to see it 9 times. And so I don't know why you'd want to see it 8, but you get my point. So it's like, okay, all right, you can start to just in your mind imagine how good it's going to be and save the $6. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Well, I mean, if it's that good though, I would want to buy it every year. But I'll tell you one thing, Ron. I don't think you've had the CBS.
No.
The Founders KBS is the base beer for the CBS, and the CBS, I bet you would give a world-class rating because it's the CBS with it's even a little bit better. So
yeah, I have
a $24 bottle, beer for 20.
Cheaper. It's cheaper here, but I have a bearded friend who does do reviews with me sometimes, and he bought a bottle of CBS, and he said, we are not drinking it until it ages. I said, okay. So that is part of the museum, and I think there's a big plan to empty the museum of all of its artifacts coming up. So
all right.
It's gonna be a big emptying.
It's gonna be on video or just
you may as well make a video if you're gonna drink it, right?
Oh yeah.
There's gonna be a video of Ronald Terrio and David drinking.
Right.
All right. So Michael, I got the Craft Explorers Imperial Stout, which is a store brand beer from Lidl's in Thomasville, North Carolina. It was $4.49 for the 22-ounce bomber. It's 10% alcohol. So price-wise, it gets an A+.
Yeah.
Anyway, it poured with like a 2.5 finger creamy beige head, which is dissipated, but there's still some nice, a little bit of head retention there, and already some nice lacing going on. The aroma, man, dark chocolate, caramel, a little vanilla. It smells awesome. It smells like a really expensive craft beer. So, I mean, it's really impressive that I'm getting all this complex aroma for less than $5. No alcohol presence. A little bit of hop aroma as well. Kind of like a earthy hop, like I don't know. I don't know my hops that well, but maybe like a not Fuggle, but yeah, maybe it is Fuggle. Maybe like Fuggle hops or something. I don't know. It smells really good, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Cheers, guys. And actually, the hops are coming through a lot on the palate. It's got that nice dark chocolate, a little bit of a coffee note. I don't think there's actually coffee added in this beer. It doesn't say that there is, but I'm getting some coffee, I think, just from the roasted barley malt, which is really enjoyable. It's very malt forward, but that hop presence is definitely in there. The IBUs are not listed, but if I had to guess, I would say probably 50 plus. It's just not as bitter as it would be if it was another style because of all the, because of the malt forward presentation with the stout. But very enjoyable. The 10% alcohol is just non-existent. Very well masked. This is a winner, guys. Very good. I don't know what areas, like Lidl's is kind of like Aldi, Trader Joe's. They have a lot of store brand stuff, a lot of cheaper products that you can get. A lot of beers that I got that I'm going to try from this Craft Explorers line. So I'm really excited about that. This is a winner. If anybody has Lidl's in their area, they should definitely check out some of their beers. The price is spot on, and this is my first one, but it's very, very good. Definitely worth the money for sure.
I'm listening to these people right now.
So
You go drink your food first.
No, I don't eat it.
So anyway, all right, there we go. So let's see.
Oh,
Back to the chat really quick, and then we'll go back to Thrash there. Sorry, guys. Okay.
Cheers.
Let's see. Victor Wang says, Michael Kormaroff has entered the building. Jacob Downey is tuning in. Thanks for watching, Jacob.
Can you unmute him? He's trying to talk to you now.
Oh,
he's
he'll-
dropped.
Oh, okay. Never mind. He said something
I
left.
had a lot going on this morning, so anyway, we appreciate him stopping by. But yeah, he's a very very busy man this Sunday morning. We'll just leave it at that. All right.
We understand.
Victor Wang says KBS is a fine product in my opinion. Yes, definitely a fine product, and I'm excited to get me a 4-pack next week. He says sorry, caps. He typed in all caps. That's all right. We get it. You wanted to make a point with the KBS, so you know all caps is the way to go. Flacco says show the bottle again, John. Oh, okay. There you go, Flacco. It's got a crown on it, with a hop on top, and pretty nice label, actually.
looks like Mardi Gras.
It does.
Yeah, it really does.
Throw me something, mister. Throw me something, mister.
All right, we've got Carnegus Farnbuckler.
Hey.
That's an interesting name. He said, "What the heck just happened?" I don't know, Carnbuckus. You're talking about Michael Kormaroff. He had to get off. I think his wife came down to check on him, and he had something going on, so he had to leave abruptly. But anyway, he may be back. Anyway, all right, we're caught up on the chat, so we will go back to Thrash.
All right, so as it's warming, nothing's really popping on it, but it's a really good beer. I'd buy it again. For a rating, I would give this guy. I'm usually really a stickler on stouts, but this guy came out. I'm giving it an A, so probably a 92 out of 100. Pretty good oatmeal stout. Yeah,
Okay,
not
yeah,
bad.
there we go. Pike's Peak. Okay.
Okay.
Not bad.
And is the
Cheers.
distribution pretty limited?
I
with
think
that?
so. I think it's only here, but I can look around and see if anybody gets it anywhere. I don't think they're a big distributor, so yeah, pretty good. I'm happy.
Good deal. So back to Jeremy Vincent with that left-hand raspberry milk stout.
Well, we got the date, guys. Can you figure it all out? I just know the Best Buy.
Oh wow, that's got a lot of
Yeah.
Show it again.
September 6, 2019. Is that right?
Right.
Oh, and just to let
It
Ron
must
know,
be-
we got it here too.
Okay.
Must be pretty fresh, man. What did you
Yeah,
score your beer again? The
It's the raspberry.
no, what did
Oh, you
Brian,
talking about what did Brian?
yeah.
92.
Yeah,
out of 100, I think.
92.
All right,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm gonna give this one a 94.
Whoa.
It's pretty darn good.
Most excellent.
And that's the raspberry milk stout from Left Hand Brewing. Like I said, when it warms up, it says this is getting better to me.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
That's about all I got to say on that, guys.
All right. Short, but sweet. Sounds good. If I ever see it, I'll definitely pick it up and try it. So back to Robert the Whiskey Scout with the Cholo.
This one is July 9th, 2019.
Oh, okay.
So we're good to go with this too. Yeah, I think I'm going to give it I think I'm going to give it an 89. I think if it had at least a couple of more percent alcohol to it, it'd be over a 90 because it'd feel more like a stout to me at that. So as far as drinkability, though, this is a very drinkable beer. It's a very good beer. There's no problems. If you were trying to start somewhere with the stouts, this is actually a pretty good place to start for me.
Sounds like a good one.
And what was the ABV on that again, Robert?
6.9%.
6.9. Okay.
Yeah. So
sounds good. So far we've got nothing but winners here on this Stout Sunday, which leads us to Ron with possibly the best stout of the day. What are you thinking for a rating there on that KBS?
89.
I thought it was 89. I thought it was 89, but I don't want to say it wrong. Well, like Lou Reed said in 1973, how do you think it feels when you've been up for 5 days straight? Listen, babe. I mean, this beer had me thinking. I was doing a lot of thinking. I was sitting here and I was saying to myself, got to start thinking about it. Like Stevie Nicks said in 1981, she said, don't listen to her, listen through her. And I was thinking, that's what you have to do with some of these beers. You have to have like a transcendent experience with like a metaphysical approach. And so I'm thinking to myself, well, okay, I got you. I understand what you're saying, Stevie. And that was in the song, the Blue Lamp. But from the Heavy Metal LP from that 1981 movie, Heavy Metal. But I was thinking to myself, I said, this beer is a 98 out of 100. It's outstanding. And that's fabulous and erudite and all that. And flights are fancy. And you go in like exploding plastic, inevitable. But on the other hand, it is $5.99 plus tax. And to most consumers, price does matter. Okay. I don't want to start preaching, but beer is not my religion. I like to drink it. It's fun to review them and give a score, but it's not a religion. And that causes a lot of problems between me and other beer reviewers because it is their religion and it's not mine. So when it's not your religion, you can kind of look at things a little out within context. You know what I mean? Like you could take a step back and compartmentalize it. So I still say it's a 98. Hey Flacco, I don't know if I would purchase it again. However, and I understand some people say, I want you to die for saying that. You should die because every year you need to buy it. You need to compare it to the previous year. You need to do a vertical challenge. This is what it's about. Your life is beer. Beer is your life. It might be yours. It's not mine. So I'm going to say a 98, and that's it for the rant.
All right. Always enjoy the Jay Terrio rants, by the way. So before I give my final rating, Flacco is joining us this morning.
Wow.
Yeah,
Flacco's on.
Pop in real quick. Got the kids calmed down enough for a second that I could say hi.
Cool, man.
Okay. Are you drinking a stout this morning?
I have not got anything cold. I mean, I do have some sour cherry stouts that I had made.
Ooh.
Good.
Homebrew.
I could probably pop the top on one of those, I guess. Yeah.
Well, I mean, no pressure, but it is Stout Sunday after all. So.
No pressure. But
Only
only
if
hair live in the yard on Stout Sunday, and we would like to. Hey, Flacco, I like your hair.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm growing it out a little bit.
Ron, you've never told me that you like my hair.
That's it right here, guys.
Oh my goodness.
That was good.
This is my
Hey John, I love your hair.
Thanks, Jerry.
Okay,
Right back
things about to get serious right now.
So Flacco, do you know what the ABV on that beer is? Did you calculate it however you like?
I don't dislike his hair anyway.
This one ended up being a mere like 6.2, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. It's actually pretty good. I like the tartness to it. You still get the roasted notes at the end. The chocolate's kind of still there. It kind of tastes more like a chocolate strawberry. That makes any sense. It tastes like a chocolate strawberry. It's freaking delicious, man. And for a freak accident though, but I mean, I only have like 4 more of these things now. So.
Wow.
So how did you add? How did you get the cherry flavor in there? Did you use like juice or?
No. I didn't add anything. I honestly, it just tastes. I don't know. There's a taste about it. This is an unintentional beer. If you guys recall, remember that one batch of stouts that we were doing that I did the few years back? Well, I think something. Remember, I was telling you, I think something got in this one, or some kind of maybe oxygenized it or something. Something happened. Some kind of yeast got in there. Some wild yeast that changed.
Oh, okay. So like an unintentional souring effect from something getting into the beer.
Exactly. So this is an unintentional beer, but I mean,
Right.
It turned out pretty good, man.
That's cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Flacco, some of those stouts will have that black cherry flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Now
had
he just
some of
needs
those
to figure out how to
that-
repeat it.
Yeah.
It tastes pretty good, man. I mean, I really like it. So, I'm kind of
Awesome,
sad
man.
to have more of it.
You're running out, huh?
Running low, so I'm kind of cherishing the last of the bottles, one every few days type thing.
Wow.
And this is Stout Sunday, so break it open, right?
There you go. Yeah. Well, we appreciate you joining and cracking open a stout with us.
Sure, man. I'm glad to be here. Finally made it to one.
There you go.
Awesome. Yeah. About dang time, man.
Hell yeah.
All right. So the Craft Explorers Imperial Stout, for the price, I mean, less than $5 for a 10% stout like this, it gets 100 for the for the price. But overall, I think I'm going to go with a 94. It's definitely in the A range. It's got a lot of really good dark chocolate notes. It's sweet up front, but it's really, the more I sip on it, the more bitter it is. This is really like, let's see, kind of like the Founder's Breakfast Stout, for example. That one has a lot of bitterness to it, a lot of hop character. This one has a lot of hop character. For my personal taste, I would like it to maybe be a little bit more malty, a little less on the bitterness on the finish, but it's definitely excellent. And if you like your stouts with a little more hoppy, then I mean, I could see people giving this 98, 99. I mean, I wouldn't argue with you. But for me personally, I'm going to go with a 94 out of 100. It's excellent. It's definitely worth the money. It's better than a lot of the craft beers that I've had, and it's a fair price for most of them for a bomber. Especially at this high of an ABV, 10% is no joke. And as it warms, the alcohol is not coming through anymore either. So definitely, just it's excellent. So I highly recommend it. If you have a Lidl's anywhere near you, go check them out. They have their own line of beer and pretty good stuff. So I think we have John Pierre joining us now.
What's up, fellows? How y'all doing? Happy Stout Sunday. Good evening.
What's up,
Good
John?
morning.
Beverage Ramble. Let me say this, John
Ramble,
Miller.
indeed.
John Miller,
Just
when
a little windy out here. By the way, John, I like your hair. Jeremy, I like your hair. Jay, I like your hair. Robert, I like your hair. Shane, I like your hair. So everybody,
John, you're here too, man.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Just finishing up a little glass of Foxhorn Cabernet. Just had a little omelet. The wife just left for church. I'm just here, just cleaning up. I just worked last night. So Flacco, great hair, hair, Flacco. Love your hair too. Yeah. So I'm just getting up, and I'm going to be moseying about a little bit. But yeah, just watching the show and just enjoying some of the comments on the and some of these great stouts you guys are trying. So.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, John. Let's see. We'll go back to the chat real quick.
Hey, John Neely.
Yes.
I think when you consider the price point on the stout you reviewed, that's really a big victory, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's like I said, for the price, it's perfect. I mean, it's definitely an A, you know, regardless of price, but that, you know, $4.49 really makes it easier to give it an A for sure. I mean, it's awesome. And I'm really impressed for as high alcohol as it is too, that it's just not getting any of that even as it warms. So yeah, very, very good. This is definitely a bargain beer, but you get more than what you pay for with this one for sure.
That's good.
So let's see. Vic Wang says, "Wow, 98. Sheesh, LOL, or sheesh, LOL." There you go. I think he's talking about the KBS. Yeah. Let's see. And Alex, the beer master, is tuning in. Says, "Good morning, Flacco."
Who's at a barber shop?
Somebody say something.
Good morning, Alex.
Somebody's phone going off there. All right.
Carlos Mines. No surprise.
No, not you, Sean.
No, not me. Never me. Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, let's see. We'll I guess we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Thanks everybody for tuning in to this edition of Stout Sunday. Really appreciate it. Thrash metal, homebrew and barbecue.
Yeah.
Cheers, all. This is a good morning.
Flacco's beer reviews.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Jean H. Pierre,
Hello.
Mobile, Alabama. Jeremy Vincent from Arkansas. Robert the Whiskey Scout. Ronald Terrio, Louisiana Beer Reviews. And yours truly, John Anelli of Georgia Beer Reviews.
Hey, John.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I make a final thought before you go off the air?
And Flacco.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Have at it.
I want to tell the world. No, you know, y'all were talking about you get more for less with certain stouts. I'm not sure about this KBS. Like, I'm not sure. I was thinking about that. I said, I don't know. Do you get less for more with it? Really? Like, are you paying more to get less? I'm kind of torn with it, even though it's a 98. I don't know. I have a lot of thinking to do. But I will say this. I am happy that even though it's 12.2% alcohol, it in no way affected me in my behavior. And that's clearly evidenced by this video appearance. So I'm glad about that.
Right.
Why are you laughing?
We love your hair, man.
That's right. Your part did not move.
John, I'm gonna talk to you off air because we're gonna have some battles coming up. I think.
All right, but yeah, no, I mean, I get what you're saying with the, it's just kind of, you know,
What?
it depends on. It's not an issue. They, you know, they'll just find it over and over. Some people are more budget conscious, budget oriented. It just there's a lot of factors that go into it, and it's hard to really just look at the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Factor in price and everything.
When it's pricey, especially, and just completely take price out of the equation for, you know, what you're actually getting with the beer, because I don't know, if you get something that's super pricey and it's excellent, but it's like, well, I could get something for a third of that that's just as good. I mean, prices, yeah, it can be tricky sometimes with that, and it's hard to be unbiased too when you're drinking the beers, knowing what you paid for it. A lot of times, if it's a really expensive beer, it's really, you know, hard to be, you know, unbiased like that. But anyway, so we will go ahead and go off air here. Thanks again, everybody, for joining. Thanks for everybody in the chat for watching. We appreciate it as always. And tune in next Sunday for another one.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
So that'll do it, guys. Hope everybody has a great Sunday and week, upcoming week. So Until next time, everybody.
Cheers.
It's been fun, y'all. Briefly, and